so we might as well get started. Good morning. Everybody's favorite author, Mike Healy. Buy his book, buy 2 or 3 of them. Welcome to the Broadcast Legends almost summer lunch. We missed it by 2 days. I'm Peter Cleveland, your avuncular host. Do not go to the list. I'll tell you what. Avuncular means uncle. So I'm your Uncle Peter. Your friendly Uncle Peter. As we get started today, I have one happy note, among others. One of our long-lost sheep has returned to the flock after way too long an absence. A rousing welcome would you all for our friend, Mr. James Schock. Nice to see you, Jimmy. He even wrote a special newscast that we'll get to after a while. Another long-lost soul, Doug. Where is he? Where's Douglas? There he is. Formerly the EP of Special Projects at Channel 7, KICU TV in Monterey, and various and sundry gin mills in between the two. Nice to see you, Mr. McKnight. Also, word out this morning, and if you didn't listen to KCBS, you wouldn't know it. Doug Sovereign has just been awarded a national Pearl Award for his use of sound in his reporting on the fires up in Sonoma County. Nice. Nice to see that our people are doing well. So be shocked, you look fantastic. Since this is a television-oriented program today, I thought it would be fun to start with a brief quiz. There are no prizes, just a chance for you to show how smart you are about old-time Bay Area TV. Who was George Lamont? Fireman Frank, very good. What was his wife's name? And where did she work? Damn right, for years. Okay, so we know he was Fireman Frank. He had 2 sidekicks. Who were they? One was a robot made out of cardboard.
Dynamo Dudley.
Dynamo Dudley, you're right. Who was the other one? No, not Lou Hurley.
Stab the cat.
Carl the Carrot. Remember? That's the way he spoke, and Skinny in the Pit. That's what we call Fireman Frank. Okay, here's another one. What was the first animated cartoon made especially for television? You're wrong. Crusader Rabbit. Who was the voice of Crusader Rabbit?
Blitz.
Lucille Bliss. And another character. An ad salesman who went on to become a talk show host and a general manager. Russ Coughlin, exactly. And one more, Warren Loudon. Years and years Quran. He was Rags the Tiger. Okay, one last question. What TV station was the first on the air? X, exactly. I was 7. Jim Schock was 30 when he was on the air. Then came KGO, Quran, KQE, and KTVU. Nicely done, all of you.
And 50s and 10s until Dr. Mark Hopkins.
Okay.
Oh, there's the original.
I'll believe you. Gabbard, I'll believe you. Anything you say. As we do at all our meetings, we take a few moments to remember those who have passed since last we met. Ted Wygant died 2 days shy of his 85th birthday down in Surprise, Arizona. He was raised in the Midwest, worked in Erie, PA, where he was the polka king on the local radio. Worked in Detroit and Cleveland before he came to KGO in 1966. Joined the small news staff of KGO. It would be his broadcast home for the better part of 37 years, save for a brief period where he thought he could do better in real estate. For more than 20 of his years at KGO, he was half of the famous morning team of Dunbar and The consummate newsman, he was probably the easiest man, except for the late Aaron Edwards, to break up. A rubber chicken tossed into the studio was enough to reduce him to laughter and falling on the floor and unable to talk and tears coming out of his eyes. He retired in 2003, moved to Arizona, met and married Joyce in 2010, inducted into the Bay Area Radio Hall of Fame in 2009. His health began to deteriorate about 3 years ago. He was moved to a nursing facility back in October after he'd lost his hearing and his sight. Joyce said that on Saturday, April 7th, 2 days before his birthday, with his daughters close by, he decided that it was time to go. And so he did. Quietly and with a minimum of fuss, Ted Wygant was 84. Here's one that really counts. John Mack Flanagan. Kansas born, named after the cowboy movie star of the 30s and the 40s. Vietnam vet. Rock and roll DJ for close to 40 years, including 6+ years at the Big 610 KFRC. Died in his sleep March 31st, 2 weeks after he graced this stage with 3 other Vietnam vets, 2 weeks after he graced, in our observance rather, of the 60th anniversary of the Tet offensive in Vietnam. In junior high school, John Mack met a girl named Joanne Shields, and that was that. They eloped in 1964 and were married for more than 50 years. Coming home from Vietnam, where he sported a tape recorder and an M1, he restarted his radio career, first in Tucson, then Phoenix, before KFRC came calling in 1973. Leaving the station in '79 because they wouldn't pay him what he figured he was worth. John Mack was spent the 80s and the 90s working at no less than 7 Bay Area radio stations before hanging up the voice for good in 2000. He was inducted into the National Disc Jockey Hall of Fame in 2016, and the Bay Area Radio Hall of Fame in the class of 2017. After our lunch here in March, he told me he'd never talked so much about his time in Vietnam and how much he appreciated the reception and the thank yous that he got from the legends in attendance. 16 days later, he died of congestive heart failure. He was 71. In late March, Cameron Paul, a cutting-edge DJ, as well as a radio DJ at KSOL and KLEL, died of cancer at 60. And a native San Francisco radio and TV personality, some of you might remember, I was much too young. In the 40s and 50s, KGO and KGO TV, Don Pitts died in LA on April the 7th. In the 60s, he moved to the Southland and became an agent. Those voiceover and animation performers, lining up a stable of some of the most well-known voices in the business. From Orson Welles to Wolfman Jack, to Mel Blanc and Gary Owens and June Foray. Don Pitts was 90. Finally, in late May, we learned of the passing of Ed Schmidt. Ed was a 25-year veteran engineer at KGO. And I think he was also at Cron for a while. Won an Emmy for his work at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. He died late last November at the age of 85. A moment, if you would. Thank you. Now, we take a few moments here. I'm going to give, he's not walking well. He tripped on a blade of grass. Our friend Len Shapiro is going to give us a few words about our friends at the California Historical Radio Society, which is coming up.
Thanks, Peter, for pulling me up. That's great. I'm going to be modern, and I have, just like all reporters now, I have all my notes on the iPhone. But Steve Cushman was supposed to be here today, but unfortunately we have an inspection at Radio Central going on. We are still continuing the construction. Today they're doing the ADA lift and the front door, so we needed to be over there. They really were going to come at 8:30, but they delayed to 11:30 in typical city politics. But our big event coming up is Radio Day by the Bay on July 21st, a Saturday. It'll be at the Radio Central building and also at the Veterans Memorial Hall just down the street on Central Avenue in Alameda. We'll have an auction of old radios. We'll have a play, Pat Novak, Detective Pat Novak show. And Sam Van Zandt will be in the lead along with Celeste Perry. Michael Bennett, Hoyt Smith will be directing it this year. So we'll have plenty of other stuff going on. The Golden Gate Orchestra, who's been there the last couple of years, will be playing radio themes, and that's going to be pretty good on that. And then we'll also have the food, all the food that we had the previous years, which has been very successful. Yeah, the same food.
Very
I'm
economic.
recycling it. Since I'm in charge of it, I'm recycling. And that will start at 8 o'clock and go till 3 o'clock on that Saturday, July 21st. We're hoping that you'll all come out and enjoy it. It is a wonderful afternoon of radio excitement. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the 21st. And back to Peter.
Okay, time for you to show, oh, one of the things, make sure you have your little ticket in front of you so that the ladies will know what it is you want to eat because it's cooked or... Hello, Bardini. How are you? Geez, 3 of the most famous television cameramen in the world are in this room. Albert Nelson Bullock, Fred Pardini, and Bill Moore. Whoa! Let's go start a television station! And we got the Neil staff. Hey, cool. Each of our panel members and the moderator of our today are members of the National Academy Silver Circle. One of them, the Gold Circle, in Bill's case. When they were inducted, a video highlighting their careers was placed, and as our waiters are bringing our food and pouring you a glass of wine to sip and serve with your salad, we want you to enjoy seeing those videos. Mr. Costa, it is all yours. And we'll see you on the other side.
For more than half a century, Belva Davis has been reporting and broadcasting the news for audiences across Northern California. She has guided viewers through riots, earthquakes, assassinations, and elections with her trademark warm demeanor. In 1932, Belva Davis